did this start? Because you have really changed the world.
Thank you so much. It's all, thank you. It's all inspired by my little boy. He's amazing, and he is my greatest teacher, and he changed my life, and he was struggling so much with speech, and as a parent, you just want to do anything you can to help your child find their voice, and I was up till 2 a.m. trying to figure out, like, how can I help this little boy? And I bought a mouth puppet, and I was like, your mouth opens like this. I mean, I did everything. And when we couldn't find what might help supplement his language development through a show, he's such a visual learner, I thought maybe we could try to make it, and it would help him and maybe some kids like him. And we didn't expect anything like this, but it's such a blessing.
And I'm a single mom, and
yes.
You were raised by a
yes,
single mom as well.
Best mama. Yes, a super strong, wonderful single mom who, she's just incredible. She would set her mind to something and just do it, and it's such an extraordinary example to watch her. And it's why I think through my life, I've been like, I want to try this. I want to make this show, and I'm just going to do it. She built us a tree house. I don't know how, but she built us a tree house. She went back to finish college. She worked at a daycare during the week at Pizza Hut as a waitress. On the weekends, she went back and got a master's. And viewing that was extraordinary as a child. I was like, I can do anything because my mom
And
did.
How does she feel other than obviously supporting you? And like, when you guys were growing up, there was no internet or a YouTube or a social media. And I think we have to figure out, like, what is it about, social media, YouTube, online stuff that's really beneficial and where we should find the balance. And it's like, I think you've made the internet a better place and a safer space.
You too.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank you for saying that, especially coming from Miss Rachel. Thank you. How do you navigate that with your own kids? And, like, how does your mom feel about it? How do you look at how to balance the new normal? We're all figuring this out for the very first time.
Yeah, so I have wonderful memories of snuggling with my mom and watching Sesame Street.
Me too.
And having a great time.
I loved Sesame Street. That's why I compare you and what you're doing to Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers, because there was such a teachable, learning, amazing sort of developmental aspect of those shows, but it was also about emotions.
Yes, we did a whole show, E for Emotions, and my husband was like, I think the show's been helping you with your big feelings because you've been a little better.
Because it is very universal. Like, we grow up and we change, but when I'm reading kids' books to my daughter at night, I am discerning things that are so important. They're written by adults, usually, and hopefully the adults can get something from them, too. We can't just be like, this is for grown-ups and this is for kids. That's not the way life works.
Oh, totally.
Speaking of writing, and reading children's books, you have this brand new book. Is this your first?
Yes.
I mean, I just feel like this is going to be such a juggernaut. You are so beloved. And how do you feel about that level of trust that's been placed in you? How do you carry that as one singular human being?
Well, we have an amazing team. Some of them are in the audience right now.
Hi, guys! Thanks for building an empire.
And my husband is extraordinary. He's we're like Miss Rachel all together. But we take that trust so seriously. We put so much thought and care into everything and research. And we want to do our best for young children and their families. And it's so meaningful to us and it's so important. So
Are you and Miss Rachel one and the same? Like, I feel like I am, like, what you see is what you get. I'm no different. And do you ever have...
I'll be at, I was at the Children's Museum with my son, running around with Thomas, and no one's saying anything, and I'm like, good job, wow! And people are like, Miss Rachel? And I'm like, yeah. So it's it's my spirit, it's my voice, but she doesn't get hangry like I do, I feel like. And she doesn't mind people's chewing. Like if someone's eating cucumbers, I'm like, you almost done? And she's like super nice.
Like, do you ever have to like stop yourself from like being like, I want to go out and have a drink. I want to get a tattoo. I want to wear that weird hat that might be irreverent. Do you ever have those moments where you have to be like, oh, you know, actually, for this world, I need to also foster and maintain a certain level of, you know, whatever it is, a criteria to be always in awareness of Miss Rachel?
I think my anxiety keeps me from like doing things. So I like want to be home with Thomas.
Oh, that's so
and I like
nice.
Yeah, just being silly with Aaron and yeah.
I'm now that way too. I like to stay home and be mellow, but I wasn't always that way.
Me either, though. I mean, I think I had that stage and I didn't have to worry about that, and I had a lot of moments that I'm like, I'm glad the internet wasn't around. And I thought of a quote I think you'd like.
Oh, I would love to hear the quote.
It came to me, I was thinking about you, and the quote is, in the depth of winter, I realized that there was within me an invincible summer. And I think we go through these winters, and that's how we find that. And so it's beautiful.
Well, I'm so glad to hold summer inside, too, because I'm such a sunny person.
I know you are.
And so are you.
I wrote you a card. Yes! And I put, you are sunshine. That was what came to me, and thank you for being sunshine.
Thank you for being a rainbow and puffy clouds and sunshine and blue skies. In fact, next up, Miss Rachel and I are going to be here. I'm going to get in on the fun. Well, you'll see what I'm saying in a minute. You just come back. You'll see. You'll see.